Okay, so let's continue the lecture from where we have ended that the real sequences part that we have discussed is like mm, power series and series already discussed there. Now, as I promised you, we will deal this real analysis and calculus part simultaneously. So in that continuation only, I am going to take this lecture. So with the power series and real sequences, I have already shared the PDF part in which whatever I have discussed in the class, that is mentioned in that PDF with some assignments, some numericals also. How questions are being framed from the real sequences. In the Telegram only, we also updated that what is the weightage of that chapter in your UPSC exam. So from that, when we started the lecture, sets के अंदर में we have studied the first part, introduction, that is real numbers. Then we moved on the countability part. Then we have started real sequences, series. Moreover, we have discussed till the convergence or divergence of a series. Now, what we will be doing is the functions wala part. Okay, from here onwards, what I will be doing is telling you limits, difference, continuity and differentiability. So when I talk about limit, continuity and differentiability, basically we will be doing this portion in two segments. Number one is for one variable or single variable, and the other is for two variables, right? Or you can say for several variables. Ultimately, in case of functions, for our UPSC requirement, as I have already told you, here we are not going to do the PhD. We have to understand the demand of the exam and have to address that properly. Fine. So requirement of UPSC when you talk about CAC as well as IFS, the thing is we have to solve the questions just like a BSc student. So as we have some restrictions over the online platform, so we will not be like telling you the stories kind of stuff for that, although I may be much interested in that, but for our discipline learning it's not feasible here. So the thing is we have to study functions of one variable, functions of two variable. For each category we need to study the chapter number one as limit, continuity and differentiability of single variable, limit, continuity and differentiability for two variables. Fine, that is the chapter 1. Chapter 2 onwards, we will be studying mean value theorems, Lagrange-Samedi. Here also we will be studying Lagrange and Cauchy, CSE and IFS both exams. This is very important topic. In every year you will be having some questions from this topic. Okay, mean value theorems. So here we will be studying Rawls, Cauchy's, Lagrange. Then we will be moving on Taylor's theorem. Fine. By consolidation of all this stuff, we will be moving to optimization. That is your maxima minima part. Fine. So for maxima minima of one variable function, maxima minima for two variable functions. Here in this category, we will be having separate methods. If some extra condition, एक तो usual method which you talked about with the derivative, and other is Lagrange's method of undetermined multiplier. This is the very favorite topic for UPSC exam. So we will be much focusing on this topic, Lagrange's method for undetermined multiplier, to get the maxima or minima of some given function. subject to some condition. Get it? Ultimately, picture is, we have to study two segments here, and that is required for analysis as well as calculus. That is why this lecture series is going like this. Fine. Functions of one variable में the first chapter is limit, continuity and differentiability. The second chapter is mean value theorems with Taylor's and all. And third chapter is optimization, that is maxima minima. Is that clear? Flow is clear or not? How this lecture series will be going on for this part. The same story we will be doing for functions of several variable. Means limit, continuity, differentiability or functions of several variable. Mean value theorems for several variable. Optimization for several variable. So the picture is clear. We have basically functions, one variable, two variable, chapters, three chapters, limit, continuity, differentiability, mean value theorems, optimization, and same repeats here. So the flow is clear. As I told you, with this lecture series, our prime motto is to put the consolidation for you guys, because when you are preparing for UPSC, the very much required part is the consolidation. Although we may have like adequate content, but if you are not able to deliver that, then nothing is gonna happen there. Fine. So let's start today's lecture, functions of one variable for the chapter 1. So when I talk limit, continuity and differentiability here I would like to tell you, have patience. As you are familiar with this lecture series, I am always concerned about the definition part. Clear? So once you are clear about the definition, everything is gonna be easy. So our chapter 1 is limit, continuity, differentiability. किसके लिए बच्चे? For one variable functions. Fine. Okay. In the previous lectures we have discussed about functions, the basic requirements. Already the PDF shared with you guys. The content is with you. So the basic part I am not going into that because we have already done. Now I am slowly moving towards the concepts required for analysis as well as calculus. So number first is limit. So when I talk about limit, then what does it make sense? Actually, when we say I have a, see the graphically. This is the x-axis, let's say. And please be familiar with the definition, because till now you have understood what is the role of these definitions. So let's say my x belongs to some interval, let's say -1 to 1. Fine. I have some point x equals to 1/2 here. And let's say our given function is 1 when x is less than 1/2. It is 1/2 when x is 1/2, and it is -1 when x is greater than 1/2. With this example, I would like to introduce what the meaning of limit is. Clear? So first we think about the geometrical unit. Let's say f of x मेरा क्या है? Till x equals to 1, f of x is one. Fine. अब देखिए बच्चे, there is a gap here. What is? There is a break here in the function, because till 1/2 f of x takes the value 1. At 1/2 f of x takes the value 1/2. So let's say this is a point over the f of x axis as 1 by 2 and this is 0 comma 1. So at x equals to 1 by 2, f of x takes the value बच्चे 1 by 2. See the function. After 1 by 2, what is being happened? Check it out. F of x takes the value minus 1. So this is the line f of x is equal to minus 1. This is one example to make you interested in the definition of limit. Fine. Let's have one more example. And that is the beauty of this lecture series. We are not doing those mechanized kind of stuff. Okay, that we are doing in the separate sessions, doubt sessions. Group में भी बच्चे पूछ रहे हैं. I'll be replying there. Already I am replying there. Either it is algebra or analysis or calculus. But the thing is the visualization and thinking part. Fine. So let's say in the example 2, I am giving you some function f of x equals x minus 1 by 2 divided by x minus 1 by 2. What? What it is? 1. Huh? What you can say? This function is 1 कब बच्चे? When x not equals to 1 by 2 and it is 0 by 0 means undefined. कब? जब x equals to 1 by 2. So don't say f of x is 1 for all x. Getting my point? Means at x equals to 1 by 2, f of x is undefined. Now see this example. What's happening is at x equals to 1 by 2, function takes the value 1 by 2. Before that function has different value. After that function has different value. Fine. Now here we comes with the picture of limit. So when I talk about limit, I'll change the color of the pen so that you can differentiate that. Please focus here. That is the only thing I can teach you. Otherwise, all those problems you have been doing from the 10 plus 2 only, right? Okay. So here we have seen that there may be a case where the function is not defined for some particular value of x. Getting? So we have two things here, dear. एक तो है value of the function at that point, and other thing is limit of function at that point. Let's say यहाँ पर we are discussing about x equals to 1 by 2. Fine. So please differentiate these two words because there are so many students who are in the BSc second year or first year or final year with the maths optional. So for them I am telling the clarity part कि limit is a separate concept. Limit has nothing to do with the value of the function at that point. Am I clear to you all? So when someone says limit of the function at that point, it actually means, please be on the board. If I approach that point, क्योंकि real line पर भी है, this is our real line. Let's say this is the point x equals to 0, x equals to 1 by 2. Here negative 1 and so on, positive and so on. So on the real line we are. So real line पर we can move either in the this side or this side. So let's say what mathematicians thought about कि ओके फॉर दिस फंक्शन लेट्स से कि ओके एट x equals to 2 f of x is undefined, then can we talk about something for f of x just before the point 1 by 2 or just after the point 1 by 2? बात समझिए. So what they said कि as I approach this point x equals to 1 by 2 from the left, then f of x approaching to which value from the left? Clear? And when I approach x equals to that point from the right, then for which value f of x approaches? You are getting my point? That actually you call left hand limit or right hand limit, but that geometrical meaning is कि on approaching, when I say approaches, it simply means in the neighborhood of 1 by 2. I am not concerned about the point 1 by 2. I am concerned about कि within the small neighborhood what is the behavior of function f of x. So here comes the picture for limit. Getting? The introduction part is clear or not? अब यहां पर आइए. When I say as x approaches to 1 by 2, f of x approaches to 1. So this is our example 1 and this is example 2. So example 1 में देखेंगे when x approaches to 1 by 2, ठीक है, this is approaches to from left and from right. जब x equals to 1 by 2 को लेफ्ट से we are approaching, then f of x approaches to value 1, and when we approaches 1 by 2 from the right, f of x approaches to the value -1. Am I clear or not? Example 1 के लिए. Example 2 के लिए अगर मैं देखूं as x approaches to 1 by 2 from left or from right, f of x approaches to 1 in both cases, because f of x gives you the value 1. केवल 1 नहीं है value only at the point 1 by 2. But we are not concerned here at the point 1 by 2. We are concerned in the left as well as right neighborhood of that point. So here we have two examples here in front of you. Observe these two examples, and with this you will have a better clarity now why we come up with the concept of limit of a function at a point. So what I mean by limit of a function at a point means the function f of x may be undefined at some point. Maybe I'm saying, okay. So in that case, can we talk about f of x का behavior in the neighborhood of that point? Clear? What we can do कि if in the neighborhood f of x approaches to the same value, check it out please. But here +1 and -1. So what we said here कि limit x tends to 1 by 2 for this f of x does not exist. Please have patience. Whereas here I will say कि for this particular function f of x exists and equal to this value. Am I clear? So this is the background of limit of a function at some point. Means limit of a function has no meaning. You should say a complete statement, limit of a function at some point. Limit of a function at some point will be a real number L if on, please note it down, limit of the function will be L if on approaching that point from the left and from the right, f of x approaches to the same number L, then L is said to be limit of that function at that point. And if on approaching that point from the left, then f of x approaches to L1, from the right f of x approaches to L2, where L1 not equals to L2, then we say the limit of this function does not exist. Is the picture clear or not? So this is the beautiful background of this limit of a function, and the ultimate keyword is limit of a function has nothing to do with the value of the function at that point. So approaches, focus on that word. Similarly, if I take here, actually इसी को ना you call left hand limit or right hand limit. This beautiful board in front of you. Here, whatever I am saying geometrically, that you people actually called left hand limit, and this you call right hand limit. This you called left hand limit and right hand limit. Or what you studied at the 10 plus 2 level, if both comes equal, then that is the limit of that function. So on approaches का मतलब this, and why you take limit h tends to 0, उसका भी concept is this, कि on approaching means we are in the small neighborhood of 1 by 2. So when I say on approaching from the left, it simply means कि I am taking some number which is just closer to 1 by 2 from the left. If h tends to 0, not 0, so it means 1 by 2 say some chota number here. If I talk about limit h tends to 0, f of 1 by 2 plus h. So what does it mean actually? On approaching this point from the right, value of the function or f of x approaches to which value. So this you call right hand limit, this you call left hand limit. Is that fair? Chala. And why I am not going into that left hand limit, right hand limit much, because there are some standard category of questions which are being frequently asked in your CSE exam. So for that I have maintained this background so that you just come out of that zone, left hand wala, na? Chal. Now I move to the I'll take some examples to make it this concept more attractive for you, because so that you can have the motivation behind to study such concept. Let's say now I'll be taking some examples. Example 3. Suppose that let f of x, we have defined a function which is x square when x not equals to 2, and it is 1 when x equals to 2. Means value of the function at x equals to 2 is 1, and other than x equals to 2, the function is x square. Fair enough? Okay. Now I want to discuss about what is the limit of this function. What I want to discuss? Limit of this function at the point x equals to 2. This is what I am interested in knowing this. So one thing you already know, left hand limit, right hand limit. What other part, what the beautiful concept I have made, like I taught you today only, that is geometrically observation. So what I am gonna do is, अभी मैं एक टेबल प्रिपेयर कर रहा हूँ just for the better clarity only, क्योंकि once it is clear, it is like it will make your life smooth in the UPSC preparation. So let's say this is x and this is f of x is equal to x square. Limit किस पर चाहिए बच्चे मुझे? 2 पर. So let's say I take x का value very closer to 2। तो एट दिस x इसका वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगा, इसका स्क्वायर, दिस विल बी अप्रॉक्सीमेटली इक्वल टू 4 और नॉट। Let's say I take the value 1.99. This will be value. This will be approximately equal to 4 or not. Whatever the value I can take. Let's say this is the value. If this is the real line, this is the point x equals to 2. So when I take 1.999 means I am approaching x equals to 2 from the left. Suppose that I take some value, जैसे ऐसे करके बहुत सारे values we can take. Suppose that I take the value 2.001. So what I am doing is here approaching the point 2 from the right. So at this point, what will be the value here? Check it out. Similarly, you can take other point like 2.0003. So इसका स्क्वायर करेंगे, this will be much closer to 4 or not. So what this table shows, tell me, what this table shows is when x approaches to 2 from the left, f of x approaches to 4 from the left. When x approaches to 2 from the right, f of x approaches to 4, the same value. So what I can say is limit x tending to 2, f of x equals to 4. Many of you will be laughing कि सर ये तो बचपन से मुझे पता था कि 2 स्क्वायर कर दीजिए 4 आ जाएगा. I know. अभी when I will be moving on next examples which have geometrical interpretation, then you will realize कि सर इतना टाइम क्यों दे रहे थे उधर. Getting my point? Because to understand, to analyze something concept, we need to go have some baby steps. If I geometrically draw this f of x, so f of x is what? X square. At x equals to 2, function takes the value 1. बाकी जगह देखिए, if I approach x equals to 2 from the left, f of x approaches to 2 ka square from the left. If I approach x equals to 2 from the right, f of x approaches to 2 ka square from the right. So 2 ka square is the unique value for which f of x is approaching. So we have limit at x equals to 2 of f of x is 4. Is that clear? Any doubt? Now I am taking I'm going to take some example where we actually understand why teacher was investing so much time here. Okay, sure. And those are not simple questions, those are a category of question. Once you understand those questions, your life is easy. Otherwise you will be struggling left hand limit and right hand limit, ऐसा क्यों हो गया करके. Fine? Check. So don't think it is an example. I am giving you some functions. Let f of x equals sin 1 by x. The second is x sin 1 by x. Third is x square sin 1 by x. And fourth is x का power p sin 1 by x where p is greater than 2 or whatever is that. Fine. The other is, let's say f of x is cos 1 by x, g of x is x cos 1 by x, h of x is x square cos 1 by x, psi of x is x power p cos 1 by x where p is greater than 2 also. Clear? So this is very important categories. If you see the PYQs of UPSC, in case of UPSC, CSE as well as IFS exam, you will have the PYQs from this concept. Now, question क्या है बच्चे मेरा यहाँ पर? We want to discuss limit at x equals to 0 of f of x, limit at x equals to 0 of g of x, and so on. Picture is clear? Okay. So to talk about limit, I want to see these geometrically. What the concept I taught you, I want to use that concept here. Let's say I am trying to draw the graph of f of x, means sin 1 by x का. So we know that sin alpha is always lying between -1 and +1. Is that clear? So whatever sin of theta is there, इसका value cannot go beyond -1 or -1. So let's say this is the line +1 and this is the line -1. So whatever the sin x will be, that will be within this boundary or not? यहाँ पर मैं गैप छोड़ रहा हूं. Reason for that. This is meaning sin 1 by x. Please focus here at the origin. At x equals to 0, sin 1 by 0 means sin infinity, and sin infinity is what? A value between -1 and +1, although that is a finite value, but we do not know what is that value. So at x equals to 0, the graph sin 1 by x, where it will cut this axis, I cannot tell exactly. Yes, I can say that is a value between -1 say +1, but I cannot tell where it is actually cutting that axis f of x. So since जैसे जैसे x 0 की ओर जाएगा, ये तेजी से ऑक्सिलेट करेगा. So यहाँ पर you will have the dark region, means rapid oscillation, और यहाँ से something like that. But don't go beyond +1 or -1. Fine. So if I talk about limit here, so what I told you about the concept limit, कि when I approach this point from the left, when I approach this point from the right, for which value f of x approaches. तो बताओ बच्चे, as x approaches to 0 from left or right, f of approaches to a value between -1 and 1, but we cannot tell what is that particular value. So हम क्या बोलेंगे यहाँ पर? So limit x tends to 0, sin 1 by x does not exist. Is that clear? Any doubt? Now let's talk about second वाला graph. Second is x sin 1 by x. What it is? X. Acha, one more thing I'd like to tell. On this online lecture series, it is not supposed to repeat everything like the offline class. If you lagging behind, then please go back to that video, see it again, whatever I have said. Okay. So when I talk about x sin 1 by x, अच्छा बच्चे यहाँ से अगर मैं आपसे बात करूं, gx will be lying between -x और +x always. क्यों? क्योंकि sin of 1 by x जो है वो किसके बीच में लाई करेगा? So z of x जो होगा that will be lying between minus x or plus x. Is that clear? Fine. So when I want to draw the graph of x sine 1 by x, the z of x cannot go beyond, this is the line, z of x equals minus x, and this is the line g of x is equal to plus x, positive slope, and whatever the graph will be that cannot go beyond these lines, क्योंकि यही तो कह रहा है ये पिक्चर. So मेरे बच्चे क्या करेगा? Check it out now. What happens? As x approaches to 0 from the left, g of x approaches to the value 0, क्योंकि 0 into some finite value is always 0. 0 into infinity is indeterminate form, but 0 into some finite value is always 0. So whenever I am saying x into and x approaches to 0, then what happens? This will be tending to either sine minus infinity or sine plus infinity. But sine infinity or minus infinity will be always a finite value between minus 1 and plus 1. So we will have the thing 0 into some finite value, and that comes out as 0. So bachche, when I approach this point from the left side, from the right side, z of x will approach to the 0 in both of the cases. So इस case में what I will say कि limit x tends to 0, z of x equals, z of means x sine 1 by x is 0. Is that clear? Now you can draw the picture for h of x as x square sine 1 by x. So h of x will be lying between x square, say minus x square or 2 plus x square, because sine 1 by x will be between minus 1 and plus 1. So what I will have here we will have either, suppose that this is the parabola, h of x is equal to x square, this is the parabola, h of x equals minus x square. Clear? So the value of h of x will be always lying between in this So the thing is, when I approach x equals to 0 from the left or right, h of x will be always approaching to the value 0 into some finite value between minus 1 and plus 1, and that comes out to be 0 itself. Is that clear or not? So the picture is clear. This beautiful picture for you guys is this, कि when you talk about the limit, you are not concerned about the value of the function at that point. Any doubt? Any issue? Fine. So अब यहाँ पर x cube रहेगा, then the same story will be repeated onwards. So what you learn when I call you कि एग्जाम पॉइंट क्या रहेगा बच्चे यहाँ पर आपका, क्योंकि समझ लिया अभी अपने को एग्जाम के लिए रट्टा मार जिंदाबाद भी करना पड़ेगा. So what happens is, what is the exam point for us कि limit x tends to 0, x raised to the power p sin 1 by x, it will be 0 if x is present in the numerator. So means when p is greater than 0. Clear है? So please do remember this thing, and why it is coming out, so you have to follow it. Any issue? The same story will repeat for cos, क्योंकि cos will be always lying between plus 1 and minus 1. So the same story repeats for second category of examples. Any issue? Any doubt? Okay. So what you guys are suggested now, I'm breaking the lecture here to maintain that कि बड़ा lecture नहीं हो जाएगा करके. I'm like breaking the lecture here. What you are said कि whatever examples you have done, now try to solve all those examples. What assignments are given to you. I have also mentioned some other examples in that assignment, that PDF. You try to solve those, but try to visualize. क्योंकि once you are able to make it visualize, you will feel the concept of limit. And from here only we can move on the continuity part. So when I say the continuity of a function at some point, it simply means that we are now bothered about value of the function at that point. So for limit of a function at a point had nothing to do with the value of the function at that point, but for continuity, when I say continuity, then I need limit at that point must be equal to value of the function at that point. So now the story is clear. If I talk about whether this function is continuous at x equals to 0 or not, so is it continuous? Not at all. बीच में break is there. Limit does not exist. So there is nothing to talk about कि limit equals to function का value at that point. Here limit exists, limit is 0, also z at 0 is 0 into some finite value, that is 0. So here the z of x is continuous. What? Z of x is continuous. This is not continuous. This is continuous. This is not, sorry, this is continuous. This is also continuous. Moreover, these are also यहाँ पर limit of that function at that particular point, and that particular point we are bothered about x equals to 0 only. So this is the scenario to understand the basics of limits and continuity. Now whatever examples are given to you guys in the assignments, solve those examples, try to observe those geometrically. I hope those will help you. Okay, in the next part, in the next segment, I will be discussing about epsilon delta definition. Also that epsilon delta definition is very beautiful, but many of the guys I encountered, they are not understanding the theme of that. We'll be coming on that and we'll be moving on differentiability wala part. Fair enough? तो लेफ्ट हैंड लिमिट, राइट हैंड लिमिट, दैट इज योर हवाले, क्योंकि उसमें मैं आपको कुछ बता नहीं सकता. ऑलरेडी आई हैव बीन डूइंग फ्रॉम दैट n+2. द थिंग व्हाट आई कैन कन्वे इज this only. Okay, so we will meet in the next lecture. Good luck.